Pack the bags, it's time to go. On a big plane we'll fly solo. Two toddlers in tow, off we sail. To the land of kangaroos and fairy tale. Sandy beaches wide and free. Kids run wild, laugh till they can't see. Exploring wonders under the sun. Australia, here we come. Family trip, so grand. Holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Toddlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy tired eyes. Whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise. Trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Family trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback together we'll stand. Outback we'll stand. Outback together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Howlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy tired eyes. Whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise. Pack the bags, it's time to go. On a big plane we'll fly solo. Two toddlers in tow, off we sail. To the land of kangaroos and fairy tale. Sandy beaches wide and free. Kids run wild, laugh till they can't see. Exploring wonders under the sun. Australia, here we come. Family trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Toddlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy tired eyes. Whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise. Trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Family trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback together we'll stand. Outback we'll stand. Outback together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Howlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy, tired eyes, whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise. Pack the bags, it's time to go. On a big plane we'll fly solo. 2 toddlers in tow, off we sail. To the land of kangaroos and fairy tale. Sandy beaches wide and free. Kids run wild, laugh till they can't see. Exploring wonders under the sun. Australia, here we come. Family trip, so grand. Holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Toddlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy, tired eyes, whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise. So grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Family trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback, together we'll stand. Outback, we'll stand. Outback, together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Howlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy, tired eyes, whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise. Pack the bags, it's time to go. On a big plane we'll fly solo. 2 toddlers in tow, off we sail. To the land of kangaroos and fairy tale. Sandy beaches wide and free. Kids run wild, laugh till they can't see. Exploring wonders under the sun. Australia, here we come. Family trip so grand, holding little hands in this magical land. Together we'll stand. Outback stretches far and wide. Koalas climb the trees with pride. Snuggled close in motel sheets, dreaming of our next big treats. Picnics by the clear blue sea. Toddlers giggle endlessly. Shells and rocks they'll find with glee. Australia, our memory. Under starry skies, with sleepy, tired eyes, whispers of lullabies, our hearts they will rise.